the Nigerian Premier League is beginning to get hotter and very unpredictable as the teams at the lower rank are started, of course, pulling the trigger. Teams like Aqua, Sunshine, of course, are beginning to show the stuff they are made of, while Lobby Stars, of course, are the only team at the bottom of the table, of course, that have continued, of course, to dash points to other teams. You are welcome to Nigerian football on 3M Sports channel. Of course, Peter Kwame remains my name. And of course, my twin striker here, Peter La. Peter La, you're welcome to this program.
Thank you very much.
And of course, today on 3M Sports, we'll be looking at the FA Cup fixtures, round of 64 for men and 32 for women. We're also looking at the Super Eagles team list. Of course, they'll be playing on Friday in Rwanda, Kigali, while we'll also be touching the Nigerian Women Football League, Nigerian Nigerian National League, and also the Nigerian Professional Football League. And also, we're having some guests in here. We're having the media director of the Nigerian Women League, the director of the Nigerian National League, and we're having Coach Aziz Mohammed of Katsina United will also be on this program. We'll also be having the coaches and a player, of course, from Kada Warriors, a team that, of course, wants to prove that wants to get push to the Premier League. While at the moment they are bottom, they are very at the bottom of the table in their group in the National League. And well, let's quickly move to business. And of course, talking about the FA Cup fixtures. Of course, as it is right now, the men, of course, are in round of 64, while after women, they are in round of 32. And of course, in the FA Cup, we have 17 teams in the Premier League, still remaining among the 64 teams that are going for the FA Cup trophy. And like I said, like I always said, I think there's need for the NFL to go back to the way it used to be in those days, where before getting to the correspondence stage, we have teams going to various zones to play qualifiers to get to corner stage and of course semi-finals. And that, of course, has always brought so much glamour to the FA Cup. Fans, of course, will throw the stadium to see stars from that. To imagine having teams like Lobby, 3SC, Osh United, and other teams coming to Kaduna to play, and other zones like that. I think it's something that has always brought fans to the stadium and also always attracted sponsors to the FA Cup. What do all think about this, Peter?
Just like you rightly pointed out, Mr. Vincent, it is true. When you look previously, when these strategies were being used in the FA Cup, I think it's really brought more enlightenment for the fans, to go out and then support their own clubs. And from there again, they have so many interactions with other fans coming out from the west or from the north going to the east. It's a versatile scenario. But when we look critically, what we are just trying to say is to help enable the FF to look at it inwardly. How are we going to harness and then bring out this strategy coming back to life again in the FA Cup?
Yes, of course. A lot has to be done to ensure that the FA Cup gets back the glamour it used to have in those days. Of course, you can see the fixtures there. And of course, Simon Elkanemi, of course, we're playing Simon Ben, a team here in Kaduna owned by Simon Moses. And of course, we also have teams like Enyimba playing Shama FC. And other matches, 64 matches, teams in the National League, teams in the Premier League, teams that are not playing in the league. Of course, the FA Cup has always been a tournament that small teams spring surprises against big teams. Well, let's move to the Super Eagles. And of course, like we all know that the 21 list has been named, and some players were dropped. Peter Lam, players dropped. I mean, for me, I was concerned about Ahmed Musa and Uche. I think it's a player in Getafe who they were said to have been injured, but of course, doing well with his team. Ahmed Musa, for me, I think will have added some pep to the Eagles attack. Like I said at the Nations Cup in Cote d'Ivoire, if Ahmed Musa played in that finals, maybe Eagles will have brought out something spectacular.
It is very true.
Do you have the list of the players that were dropped from the? Or let's see the 23-man list first. 23-man list for the Super Eagles. Let's see the 23-man list and see those that actually made it. And already we have 4 players in camp. Osimhen in camp. Oyemachi is in camp. Kaide, of course, Bankole of Remo Stars, of course, is in camp already in Kigali. And Papa Daniel of Tornadoes is also there in camp. And of course, other players will be arriving. And we have there on the screen, of course, the 23 players that that will, of course, be battling that wearing the jerseys of Nigeria against Rwanda on Friday.
All right, goalkeeper, we have Stanley Nwabali, we have Amas Obasei, we have Kayode
Bankole. Yes. I think like now we have so many strikers there. Like I always complain about the fact that we just need 4 or 5 strikers and we need to discover more midfielders. Because for midfield game, you can change your game from with more. If you have varieties of midfielders, you change games with midfield. But I think it has remained the same thing. We're having calling about 10 strikers to a particular match. And I don't see that happening in Europe. Some people tell you it's because of the 4-3 formation. Guys play from the wings, for me, I see them as midfielders. Well, let's quickly look at move to the Nigerian Women Football League, where we have our man, the media director of Nigerian Women Football League, on ground, the person of Shaibu Ahmadu. Yes, of course, we have Samuel Ahmadu waiting for us there. Well, the Nigerian Football League is on break, and we'll resume on the 19th of March. And already, as it is right now, 140 goals were scored in the first round. Of course, an average for Group A, it was 55 goals scored, an average of 1.9 per match. For Group B, of course, 55 goals were scored in 28 matches, an average of 3 goals per match. And of course, we have Remo Stars topping the table in Group A, and so Edo are coming second with 17 points, Remo with 19 points, Rivers and Bayelsa first and second, of course, with 17 points each. And as it is as of today, the Nigerian Women League have approved the Ilorin Stadium for Ekiti Queens, while Adama Queens, of course, will be playing at Makwada. And of course, the players are moving from here and there to buffer. Clubs are trying to buffer their teams. We have the likes of Ogufuwa and Omomoteke and Oleka Eberechuku are moving to Remo. Eberechuku, of course, played for Oshun Babes. And of course, when I was in Oshun, of course, she played, and I know her, a very hardworking player. And I tell you, Remo Stars don't just bring in players to their team; they bring the best because they are out for business. So no sentiment when it comes to the players. So that's been the issue when it comes to business. We bring in the best for, of course, to make money.
Definitely, you see, Remo are really strategizing on how they build up these teams, and they are really sinking in money to bring out the best from the league and even outside to make sure that they retain their position. You can see them doing well in the MPFL, and you can see them doing well in the NWFL. So we truly understand that these people, the club itself, are really doing very, 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 very well in terms of money spending, and then bringing out results at the end of every match.
Well, of course, let's quickly link up with Samuel Ahmadu. Samuel Ahmadu is the media director of Nigerian Women Football League. Was a former media staff to Kogi United, former media staff to Confluence Queens of Kogi, and of course, as it is, I think Samuel Ahmadu is here to join us, and I think Alexa Samuel Ahmadu is actually the director of Savid News. So Ahmadu, are you there with us? Ahmadu is not there. I think let's just go in. If he comes, we'll join with him and he will tell us more about the Nigerian Football League. Let's quickly move now to the Nigerian Premier League, and of course, matches were played over the weekend, and the result matches played shows that some clubs, of course, at the bottom rank are actually battling strong to move away from the relegation zone. It's going to be still a tight one. Only Lobby Stars, of course, have continued to drop points home and away. So it's a sad one. Let's get the result of matches played over the weekend.
All right,
the Nigerian Premier League.
Ikorodu City had a draw with Eyimba. Remo Stars defeated Heartland at home 2-0. Abia Warriors won at home to Bendel Insurance. Aqua United won at home 2-0 to Shooting Stars. Bayelsa United won a goal to nil against Lobby Stars. El Kanami Warriors won. Rivers United 2. Kano Pillars had a draw against Nasarawa United 1-1. Rangers International won 3-0 at home comfortably against Kwara United. Rivers Niger Tornadoes had a positive win at home 1-0 edging against Katsina United. And the only single match that will be holding today is going to be against Sunshine at home playing against Plateau United.
Yes, of course, as it is right now, Remo are topping the table with 54 points. Rivers are second 49 points. Rangers, Ikorodu, Abia, TSC, Pillars, and Imba are battling for the position. Of course, there's still more matches to play. And why, of course, at the bottom, like I said, the Lobby are for sure. They booked the ticket for them. Why Aqua are still struggling. Sunshine also struggling. National also still struggling to ensure that they move out of the relegation zone. Atlant, Plateau, Katsina, of course, 36 points. I wait from the relegation zone. But Plateau, Atlant, Nasarawa, Sunshine are all still of course, they're not sure of escaping relegation. But let's quickly hook up with the coach of Katsina United, in person of Aziz Mohammed. Aziz Mohammed is somebody who played for Ranchers Bees in those days. I was the media officer when he played for Ranchers Bees, hardworking player, and of course, he has further gone back to school, went for coaching course, and he has coached in the different countries. He has coached in Sudan, he has coached Kwara United, he has coached different teams of Nigeria. He's a young coach coming up, and he's somebody, of course, that I know that very soon, of course, the world will hear about him. Coach Aziz Mohammed, you are welcome to the Nigerian League on 3M Sports.
Good morning, Mr. Richard. Hope you are good.
Yeah, we're doing fine. So as it is right now, you joined Katsina United when they were 16th on the table. Of course, as it is right now, they are 13th on the table. And what's our agenda for this season and next season?
Yeah, on the agenda we have is just for us to try to be far away from the drop zone and see that the club is safe, and maybe next season then we'll sit and have another plan. But for now, it's just for team to beat the drop, and we are doing a very good job on it. Only it's not over yet. You see from the result of the match this week.
Yes, you've been in Sudan, you've coached several teams in Sudan, you've coached clubs also here in Nigeria, you've played in Nigerian League, you've played outside. What will you say about the Nigerian League this season, and what do you think we need to do to make it better and, of course, comparable to other leagues in Africa and the world?
Yeah, this season, Nigerian League have really moved tremendously, and it's a very good job from the NPSL, but I think they've really done a very good job. Hoping the fact that you see teams winning away from doing better as a winner. Even at home, Rangers, even in their competition, losing or playing to our friends to Lobby Stars, Shooting Stars, playing to our friends to Lobby Stars. If you see the result like that, the NPSL is improving tremendously, and we hope that they continue like that. And, the league cannot be played without fans, and we expect more fans in the stadia, like you see in other places like Kano, Ibadan, and the rest. So if the fans come into the stadium, it will be very, very good also for the league to grow.
Now you're playing El Kanemi at home this coming weekend after the FA Cup match, and of course the El Kanemi lost at home last week. Do you see them being troublesome for you this weekend?
Right now, no club is a pushover. No club is not a threat. Coupled with the fact that a team that lost at home, when going to away, they will come like wounded lions. But we'll prepare ourselves, the mind of the players mentally, physically, how we can be able to take the 3 points, because we need it so much. We need the points so much that it's the point that we are expected is expected to give us the stability that we need in the league. So we are not going to joke with it, but we are not going to take the El Kanemi team for granted also, because they are a very good team, and couple with the record we have of them away from home, they are also very good. So we are going to be very watchful with them. We are going to play the match with all seriousness and all the dedication and commitment.
Thank you so much, Coach Aziz. I hope to see you more, of course, on this program as the league, of course, moves towards the end of the season. Thank you so much for coming around.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Vincent. Thanks very much. Happy to be with you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank
you. I think, we have Samuel Amadou right now with us, and like we've talked about the Nigerian League, and he will come in, of course, to let us into more about the Nigerian the Football League, which will be resuming on the 19th of March. Of course, a league, of course, has drawn so much attention from football fans. Samuel Amadou, you're welcome to Nigerian football on 3M Sports channel.
Yes, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to talk to nice people on this platform.
The league resumes on the 19th of March, and of course, we see players coming from here and there. We also saw Oleka from Oshun, Babes moving to Remo. Of course, Remo is a team that's out of business, and other players, of course, also moved. How will you look at? And of course, we also saw the COO, Modupe Shabi, talking about Ekiti Queens, of course, having to play their matches in the Ilorin Township Stadium, and Adama United to play at Makwada Stadium. How will you rate the first round, and going forward, what should we expect from the Nigerian Women Football League this season, second round?
Well, the first stanza of the league season was a very competitive one, an unsurprising league campaign for all the teams, 16 teams. And we have quite a number of incredible results that we got that really left us with plenty of surprises. Looking at the exports of many of our top stars, we're seeing new players coming up to the scene and also showcasing themselves. With
But I think we lost in their matches at the Ilorin Township Stadium, while Adama Queens, of course, will play at Makwada Newman Stadium. And of course, you all know that the league will starting, second round will starting on the 19th of March. As soon as Amadu comes back, who is the media director of the Nigerian Women Football League, of course, you will join us and tell us more about the happenings in the Nigerian Women Football League. And of course, we're also waiting for Aman Ignis, the media person of the Nigerian National League. And of course, like the National League, of course, like you all know, also on break. And of course, so far, 297 goals have been scored in 152 matches, an average of 1.955 goals per match. And of course, like Group A, of course, Bad one has 4 goals. Group B, 109 goals. Group C, that is the Northern Conference, 38 goals, and from 21 matches. And Group D, 46 goals from 21 matches. Group A and B, they played 55 matches, and of course, so it's actually a dicey one, an interesting one so far. And the second round, like I said, we're starting very soon. And of course, let's look at Kada Warriors, the team in Kaduna here, who are second to the last on the table. And we actually spoke to 2 of their coaches, the technical director, and in the person of Umar Danlami, and also the chief coach Yinka Salu, and one of the goalkeepers. We spoke to them, and they actually talked about their preparation for the second round. Let's quickly link up with the officials of Kada Warriors and hear from them their plans, of course, for the second round of the Nigerian National League. And of course, that was Umar Dalami, the technical director of Kada Warriors. And let's go to Coach Inka Saliu. Of course, like Coach Inka Saliu played alongside Aki Akishende in those days in the Nigeria Football League, and also played for the Super Eagles. And funny enough, they are friends, but Coach Inka Saliu married the sister of Aki Akishende, and that's to tell you that footballers are very, very, very dangerous. Maybe those days when he used to go to Aki Akishende's house, he was eyeing Coach Aki Akishende's sister. So they are happily married with Aki Akishende's sister. And of course, that's just by the website. So let's listen to Coach Inka Saliu, the chief coach of Kada Warriors. And I think lastly, well, that was Coach Inka Salu. Let's now take a player from for Kada Warriors, the goalkeeper, one of the goalkeepers of Kada Warriors, to tell us, of course, from the points of view of the players on how prepared they are for the second round of the Nigerian National League.
My name is Abbas Chiama. I'm a coach for Kada Warriors. And that's my name. So I think in the first round we should not be very well interesting because there are so many things in the team. But I can say we did our best. Like it was our best result. And we're sure that coming back in the second round, we will get promotion if possible by the grace of God, inshallah. Because the tactical discipline and everything on ground, we are sure that by the second round, we will do our best. Complete our performances and then get to see how we can find the first position. We're sure.
Salah, Kaduna, so many players from everywhere, top Premier League team, and Kada Warriors, second class on the table. The chances of getting promotion to the Premier League.
Well, I was really pointed out, just like the coach earlier on said, he made mention about the survivor. He said he's not fighting for survival, but he really wants to contend in the league. For me, I think what they should go back and sit down and do in the second phase of this tournament is for them to build the momentum of how to win more matches than just picking draws or having lose at home and all that things. So these are the key factors whereby they should go back and sit down, train more, know how to convert chances, understand, and then get possible winnings. I think that will help them fighting for the relegation
to get promotion. They must win all their own matches, and of course,
Yes.
pick some matches. But I think Amar Ignis, I don't know if it's there with us, and also Samuel Amadu. But I think none of them actually is around. And of course, talking about the Nigerian National League, like Aliko said, second round also will be starting also in about 2 weeks' time. But the Nigerian Women Football League, of course, the second round starting on the 19th. And I think maybe upper week, definitely will bring these guys on to tell us more about the happenings in the Nigerian Women Football League and Nigerian National League. I think that is all we can take on this program today. And hoping that by next week, of course, the Super Eagles will have possibly picked away the do or die match in Rwanda, like 3 points, because it's a match, it's a must-win.
Yeah.
Any sort of a victory there, of course, we'll still be relying on if and only if. But a win for us in Kigali, of course, will brighten our chances. We'll come back home and win our home match. And of course, I think we can be thinking about 2026 a World Cup. It's a must go for us. It's a must go for us. We actually started badly. And
just like all Nigerian fans, we always say, give us a goal. And that goal means give us a win. And that's all we'll be going out to chant on Friday.
On Friday, yes, and just hoping that the coach, Eric Charles, of course, will get the right combination of players to ensure that the Eagles, of course, get an away victory, because as it is right now, new faces in the team and all combination of players is very key. And I think he has everything in his hand. And of course, pep talk matters a lot. And I think he's somebody who looks to me like somebody who knows how to psych up players. And I believe that the Eagles will go all out against the Rwanda team to pick those 3 points. It's Rwanda achieving 3 points, getting 3 points in Rwanda, to me, is not a big deal. It's something that can be done. Well, with that, I want to say thank you for staying glued to Nigerian football on 3M Sports. I wanted to go click like and subscribe for this station, so that, of course, we can continue to give you more on Nigerian football. I remember Mr. Akwami and Eric Peter Lam. I almost call you Cheers.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure being here.
Pleasure ours.
Yeah.